Testing. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another stream. So, currently, happy Lunar New Year to everyone who's watching. Those of you who are celebrating, happy 6th day of Chinese New Year, I guess, as well as those who are also on holiday during this entire week. I hope you guys find some resting time, as well as visiting your friends and family who are celebrating the New Year via open house or house visitations to enjoy the variety of mixed foods, snacks, and also little tidbits. Okay, so this is just a quick stream just to let you guys know what are the current things that have been updated thus far before you get dual links. So currently going on in terms of the event, we have the KC Cup, 50 gems on a daily basis, plus 100 KC Cup jewels that you can exchange for at the card trader EX right there. Card by card cup over there. And currently we actually have a new pack. So currently this new pack itself has some new cards, mainly Marshmallow. So Marshmallow itself cannot be destroyed by battle. As that's a great card to have if you are planning to stall. After damage calculation, this card was attacked and was face down at start of the damage step. Attacking player takes 500 damage and cannot be destroyed by battle. This itself is a pretty good card to have if you're planning to play burn decks or chain decks overall, since this card cannot be destroyed by battle and can only be destroyed or by being removed from field via card effects or spell and trap cards, etc, depending on what kind of removal that you plan to use. Otherwise, from battle damage. However, this card, although it can be destroyed by battle, if you turn it into attack position, you still take battle damage, even though it can be destroyed by battle. Kind of like the obnoxious Celtic God kind of playstyle, I guess. Although this monster has less attack points and defense points altogether, so your opponents can still do piercing battle damage, but overall that's just about it. And honestly speaking, this card itself is a pretty good card for you to stall, and there's also a continuous spell card, Marshmallow Glasses. While Marshmallow is in your monster zone, your opponent can target monsters other than Marshmallow for attacks. So basically kind of like follow me kind of effect. So every monster in your opponent's side of the field has to attack Marshmallow if they plan to go through with the battle phase. Overall, it's a pretty decent card to have. Aside from those two cards, we have a card called Knights and Sorcerer. It's an SR card. Funnily enough, Spellcaster and a tuner at level 2. When this card is special summon, target up to 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard and banish them. So essentially, having a special summoning effect, that's a good one to have. Especially if you plan to use Dark Magic Veil or whatever kind of spell cast you plan to bring this monster out. You basically DD Crow those monsters in your opponent's graveyard. The problem with that is that some decks like Shiranui, on the other hand, will not actually be much affected by this, because they can activate certain cards upon while being banished. So yeah, I had actually struggled just a little bit during the KC Cup against some Shiranui decks overall, because I'm not that familiar with their playstyle. Well, aside from that, that's basically it, because the other preview packs are pretty much the same as the last time. So you can see more than 3 copies of the cards in there, especially for alternate art versions, which I'm pretty much happy, I guess. But otherwise than that, there's nothing new in terms of that. However, there has been a new announcement being made in terms of reselling prices in some currencies. So those of you who are in different countries worldwide, there will be changes to the price during the maintenance plan on the 8th of March, which is basically next month. So if you are someone who actually does pay for the packs overall and P2P, then you pretty much will be facing this kind of problem overall. Aside from that, upcoming skill rebalancing as well. So 27 February 8.5, the update as well. So most probably 8.5. 27 February on a Tuesday, if I remember correctly. So currently I'm still in the KC Cup tournament. I haven't actually made that much progress, I guess I could say that. So let's see, currently Duel level 8. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. So currently I'm on a pretty decent win-lose streak overall. I lost my last match because I actually used a wrong deck. Yay, pretty smart, am I right? So I was actually testing out my Galaxy X Tachyon deck, which I was trying to use the new skill overall. Okay, someone from Indonesia, Maximilian Pegasus. 2 win streaks, okay, that's pretty good.
You know my
Silvio's here.
No extra deck.
Duel! What's more perfect than perfect? My dueling. It's my I set a monster.
Turn end.
Ends my turn.
my move.
Since Mind Scan allows the opponent to see set cards.
I set a card face down.
Okay.
I set a card face down. I set a card face down. I set a monster. I
What's
end my
more
turn.
perfect than perfect? I draw. I activate my continuous spell. Yosen Training Grounds. Yosenju Kamo 1.
Nope, I'm not gonna use those effects. Do you have anything to bounce? Nothing? Okay. Let's see what the set card is, I guess.
Battle. Yosenju Kamo 1. Attack.
Just as I expected. I activate a face down card.
Warrior type?
My continuous trap activates. You did exactly what I thought you
Oh,
would.
okay.
Just as I expected.
Automatically. Wow!
Since when was I the supporting role?
As long as I can read your mind.
Okay, that was pretty good combo. That was a pretty good match. That was pretty good combo overall. Holy shit. Now I understand. Now that's pretty good. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but alright. Kudos to you, I guess. Alright, next duel. So what can we look forward to this time?
Silvio.
A duel?
I don't.
You wanna... Let's
Duel!
duel!
My turn.
Okay, pretty much nothing. Burger, let's just set, I guess.
I set a monster. That
You're in for
ends
it
my
now!
turn.
My turn!
If we manage to get other than Daibak, another Yosenju high level monster would be fine.
I set a card.
Okay.
Speedroid Horse Stilts!
Okay.
Horse Stilts activates its effect.
Okay. Go on.
The Tuner Monster! Speedroid Tri-Eye Dice!
Uh-huh. Clear Wing
Beat your
Synchro
wings
Dragon.
and Whip up a whirlwind. Level 7.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Battle. Clear Wing Synchro Dragon attack. Spin Storm Sky. I'm
What's
ending
more
my
perfect
turn.
than perfect? I draw. I set the pendulum scale.
Okay. Alright, you seem to have something upon reaction to that. Spell and Trap Destruction, maybe? Activate the effect
activate
first.
Yosenju Shinshu R's effect.
Mm-hmm. And now let's Pendulum Summon 1, 2, and 3. No, I'm just leaving this
I
for
pendulum
normal summon later on.
My monsters can swing into action too. Yosenju Shinshu R. I give you Myosen.
Dieback's effect activates.
Diebox effect activates.
1. And 2, which you're gonna negate.
Clearwing Synchro Dragon activates its effect. Reverse Revenge!
Into L's effect.
Yosenju Kama 2.
Alright. Banish this card from opponent's your opponent controls. Okay, that's actually quite problematic as well. Uh-huh.
Time to battle. Yosenju Kama 2. Attack.
Are you gonna negate that? To try out dice? Guess not.
Go Myosenju Daibak. Attack.
You're gonna activate Tri-Eye Dice effect. Oh no, you're getting Sakuretsu armor.
I activate a trap.
Yosenju Kama 2 is effect. That
You're
ends
in
my
for
turn.
it now.
Okay.
My turn.
So you have Tri-Eye Dice in the graveyard, which negates one attack. And you have Hold Stills to banish for an extra effect. Okay.
I activate Speedroid Car Turbo's effect for my Tuner Monster. Speedroid Car Turbo.
Okay.
The Tuner Monster. Speedroid Car Turbo.
What?
I banish Horse Stilts from the graveyard to use
Okay.
its effect.
Oh my gosh, hurry up, bro. Hurry up. Oh my goodness. Two tuners and one.
Battle. Clearwing Synchro Dragon attack.
Okay.
Take this. You're wide open for a direct attack.
Alright. One more attack coming in. 800.
I'm
My
ending
turn.
my turn.
I draw.
This was not ideal.
I set the pendulum scale.
Activate the
I
effect
activate
first.
Yosenju Shinshu R's effect.
You have one negate in the graveyard. I know that very well. No.
I pendulum summon a monster. I give you my...
I will not be using Dieback's effect, sadly. Okay, what's this one? Zones, once you face up on set one monster, you can put extra move it to the main monster zone in the same column. What?
Here's how...
Okay, target your sentry in your pendulum zone resident because 11. Okay, end phase, alright.
Yosenju Kama 2.
So he's definitely gonna negate my Diebox attack later. So let's wing it, I guess. If we're gonna lose, we'll just
Yosenju Kama 2.
at least we'll do some damage during this turn. Although it was not pretty much ideal.
I'm still in this.
Oh my goodness, that level of tofu damage.
We've reached the climax of this
Sorry, dice effect.
spectacular
Let's kick is kicking in.
My monster attacks.
I banish Tri-Eye Dice from the graveyard
I knew
to
it.
use its effect.
Myosenju Diebox effect activates.
Clearwing Synchro Dragon activates its effect. Reverse Revenge!
Yosenju, 2's effect activate. I activate my Yosenju. Summon Droid.
Alright, this pretty much means the end for the duel.
Mine.
I draw.
Come on,
end my
hit
turn.
me. Hit me. Hit
Speedroid
me.
Pachinko card.
Hit me. Come on, hit me. Come on.
I activate my spell card. High speed re-level.
Okay.
Let's battle.
I attack low level.
You're
Okay.
done.
Thank you very much. Light. Yep, 100 gems. None of the previous spell cards that I need came to hand, but that is fine. You complete a mission. Oh yeah, that's right. 2 level cap increase for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's character, as well as the tour guide bringer missions. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 special summons. Alright, that's fine. What's this one for again? 2 KC Cup matches. Only did 3 Phantom summons during this turn. That is fine. That is fine.
Leave it to Silvio to save
But
the
most
day.
of all, I really want to try out
My name is
Mizar's
Mizar.
deck.
No
Okay.
one commands dragons like I do.
So this is currently my Mizar deck that I actually built. So I'm not that comfortable using this deck, to be honest, because there is a ton of situations where I break horribly. Nebula Dragon is a pretty good card to have, but if you do not have a level 8 monster in your hand, it's pretty much a dead card. Even if you manage to bring out, like, say, Galactic Spiral Dragon, at least that this card is helpful to a certain extent, which is why I play Gateway Dragon as well as Evil Swarm Zahak. At least these 2 cards themselves have their own synergy. If this card gets destroy a higher level monster your opponent controls, because that's most of the time the situation. Void Trap Hole as well, along with Xyz's Burst. So you gotta be wondering why I'm not using any of the rank up Baron Magic spell card. So it's because once you manage to get C107 on the field, you can essentially get rank up magic and place it on the field via the skill. So that actually cuts off a lot of like extra cards to have in the deck. So let's claim my gems first. Grazie mille. Alright, give me my 100 gems. Alright, there we go. Let's go take part in another KC Cup duel, because I honestly want to test this deck out in the KC Cup. And also the fact that most of the time I really want to try out whether, how to say, the combos or the matchup really does go well. But aside from that, in terms of Lunar New Year itself, I guess you can say Lunar New Year has been quite fun for me. So aside from having different types of food overall, along with family coming over and all the other stuff, I managed to take a lot of pictures.
No, duel.
Alright, so let's see, 26 card
My
deck.
turn.
And we have 1
Oh,
trade in.
it's my turn.
Okay.
I set a card.
Uh-huh.
From my hand, I activate a
Shard of Greed.
continuous spell. I set a card. I end
It's
my
my
turn.
turn.
What should our
I
next
draw.
move be?
Alright. Since I'm not gonna be too keen on certain certain negates that they
I
might have
activate
in
a
the
quick play
backfield,
spell.
let's destroy that first card that they set. Book of Moon. Good choice.
From my hand,
Next up, trade in. Let's get rid of Short Shot Limit Dragon. And this is the situation I was talking about. Nebula Dragon and
I'll play this. I
Wah,
activate my
wah.
monster's effect. Appear! I special summon. I set a card. Battle! Take this! My monster, take this! My monster attacks you. Stand up
Be
and
careful.
fight.
so I just hope the
need
next
you
turn
to
I
be
get a
dueling.
level 8 monster.
I
If
end my
not,
turn.
ooh wee.
I draw.
Let's see, what are you planning to go for? Zexomorph? On the mat? You didn't activate any skills during earlier on matchup, did you? Yeah, you didn't activate any skills, sadly.
Let's go. I summon a monster.
Uh-huh.
I activate my monster's effect. Battle. Here goes.
Okay.
I attack with
Your
my
plan
monster.
won't work.
No
Alright.
matter
Continue
how
to
bad
fight
it
when you
gets,
know you
I
can't
never
draw.
give up. I end my turn.
I activate
Well
my
said,
monster's
Yuma.
effect.
But you are still in quite the predicament.
Join me. I special summon a monster.
And this is when Galactic Stealth Dragon does become useful.
I exceed summon a monster. Reveal.
Stealth Dragon's
I use
effect
one overlay
detach
unit
one
to play
material
Galaxy Stealth Dragon's
to bring
effect.
out another material.
Come forth.
Alright, let's
Let's
proceed the
battle.
battle phase.
Attack, Nebula Dragon. With this final attack, you are reduced
I wonder,
to...
although I am curious what that last back row card was, to be honest. Okay, give you a like because you didn't surrender or time out victory. D level 9. Yay! 80 gems. Okay, what else was I talking about? During Lunar New Year, yeah. So during the time of Lunar New Year, I actually did a lot of cleaning, etc. As you know, for like whenever there's a big celebration for any Asian family, you gotta clean up. Deleted. Oh, I reached the max amount. Okay, never mind. Never mind. At least I have my gems. That's the good news. Triggers you cup 2 consecutive duels, standard duelist, legendary duelist 3 times, and assessment of 4k or more. Alright? Alright. Oh my god. You bell. Okay, I just hope it's not a Yubel deck. Win streak 6. This has got to be a very good player to say the least.
You shall experience true suffering.
I shall? Okay. Okay.
You belt.
Okay.
Bask in the
Uh-huh.
when you belt.
Okay. Again? Really?
From my hand, I activate a spell. Watch. I special summon a monster.
Here I go.
Okay.
It's I draw.
Let me activate trade
From
in
my
first.
hand, I activate a spell card. I activate Nebula Dragon's effect from my hand. Come forth.
Okay, I have a possibility of winning this.
Appear.
There is a possibility of me winning this match. Because he has nothing set on the field, which is kind of worrying. Let's see.
Arise.
Okay, whatever. Let me read the effect. Opponent inflict battle damage to half. Okay, blah blah blah. Which would not actually help.
Watch.
Because you know why?
You. I have.
Because I have this.
I
Rank up Magic Barrier Force. Rank up Magic Barrier Force once more. Let's go.
show you the true power of the Baryons. I activate Rank Up Magic Baryons Force. Come forth. Chaos number. Neoga.
And then I will do this.
Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon uses 1 Chaos Overlay Unit. Time Tyrant! Appear! I activate my monster's effect!
See, all their monster effects are all negated.
I special summon a monster!
To add to the cherry on top, let us do this as well.
Join me! Exceed summon! I activate my monster's
One,
effect!
two, buckle my shoe. And then let's activate Nebula Dragon's effect. Banish.
I banish Nebula Dragon from my
And give
graveyard
me
to
my
use its
Evil
effect.
Swarm's Hawk into my hand. And this pretty much is the end game.
Attack! Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon!
Again.
You were no match!
Holy shit, talk about perfect hand. Cause bro, that was literally beautiful. Year of the Dragon, let's go. What do you mean stronger signal? Uh-huh. Let me claim that. Let me claim that. Yes. Okay. So essentially that was considered 2 consecutive victories, right? So let's see if I can get Marshmallow this time. Oh, Rocket Dragon. Although I have 4 copies before, but anyways, that's fine. That is fine. That is fine. But overall, what was I talking about? Lunar New Year. Yeah. So as you all know, this is the year of the dragon, and essentially, it's a pretty good year if you check out the zodiac. The zodiac, especially for those people who are born the year of this, year of the cat, the cow, the pig, the dragon, chicken, horse. What else? Rabbit, monkey, and so on and so forth. So if you check out the Chinese zodiac, and you can basically see what year you are born in. So what they predetermine is that everyone is gonna have a pretty okay-ish kind of year this year. So there are also some zodiacs that clash against one of the, I think it's a deity or something. So those of you who match the zodiac that clash against this might have a little bumps along the road, but otherwise than that, everyone seems to be going to have a good year. And overall for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, there, other than the price update, etc., I do feel that there's nothing else. So the KC Cup itself is a pretty good event. All I can say, to test out the different decks that I have. So favorite cards, I honestly wanted to try putting in Dark Ruler No More inside the deck. However, it stops me from doing any damage during that turn, so that's actually one of the downsides of it. I mean, it can help me set up the board, but other than that, if you actually check out in terms of it all for the monsters set up for Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, Dark Ruler No More essentially might be a quicker way to do that. Although, even though your opponent does not take damage this turn anymore, at least you negate everything that's on their field right now. Although the graveyard is not negated, at least there's something going on right there. For the deck that I built, I guess Nebula Dragon has been quite useful thus far, except for the few times when I use trade-in to see my luck, whether I can obtain any good cards. Although that previous match just now was actually pretty lucky if you ask me myself. So first up, for the extra deck, I only play 1 copy of Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, and the Chaos Number himself, and the original, 2 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragons, 1 Galaxy Stealth Dragon, 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, 1 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon, and also one Galaxy Satellite Dragon. So essentially, Satellite Dragon, if you can keep him on the field for a long time, until the end of your opponent's turn, you get to determine what the top card of your deck is gonna be during your next draw phase. So this does help you a lot. And other than that, with 2000 attack point, it's pretty decent for a Link 2 overall. Not to mention, with its secondary effect, the number monster that you have on the field, although it has to be a light and dragon attribute overall, you get to have them gain attack points times 100 based on the number they have on the top of their name. So for my Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon, he'll be gaining about 5k points of damage overall, but overall it's pretty okay and negligible because in the end your opponent will still be taking half the battle damage anyway. I was considering playing Power of Duality, but when I actually look at the deck structure overall, the cards, most of them here rely on special summoning, especially the cards in the extra deck. So if you do not manage to bring out any normal summons or whatsoever other patterns of summoning, this will actually cause your entire deck to, clog up, because you can't do anything. You can't special summon during that turn, you can only normal summon. So in terms of trade-in is a better deal overall. I think I would have rather obtained 2 copies, but 1 copy is fine for now. Xyz Burst is a great card to have, especially if you are playing an Xyz deck that is ranked 6 or higher monsters. If you play it with like Annika Boom's a Trainwreck deck, or any other like Xyz deck that uses high ranking Xyz monsters, destroy all set cards, including monsters and spell and traps, or even the field zone which has been set face down. You can still destroy that as long as the set card, destroy. So the card artwork itself is Thunder Dragon, if I remember correct. I remember that's the name. Because the card requires 2 normal monsters overall to bring out. Okay, where is that card? Let me see. Scroll down real quick. There it is. Thunder and Dragon. 2 level 8 normal monsters. Once per turn, they attach an Xyz material, destroy all other monsters on the field. So this card is a good card to have, even though it is a double-edged sword. You even destroy your own monsters. So basically, if you play this card with, like, for example, Blue Eyes or something, this card might actually work. But most of the time when I play this card, it was in my Chemicritter deck. Since my Chemicritter monsters are treated as normal monsters since they are Gemini, so I fulfill the conditions, pop all the monsters on the field. Then if I use it in combo with my Xyz Burst, essentially I'll be clearing the board pretty fast. Although I do consider the fact that Tachyon Transmigration, although it is technically a good card to have, we only have 1 copy, but you can get another copy via skill, although it's not actually worth it unless you manage to bring out a Galaxy Ice Dragon. And sadly, for that being the case, trap cards, where is the trap cards that's related to Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon? Not this one. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Tachyon Chaos Hole. Tachyon Chaos Hole. When a face-up Galaxy Xyz you control is destroyed in battle with an opponent's attacking monster or by an opponent's card effect. Send to the graveyard, destroy as many face-up cards your opponent controls as possible. If you do, banish them. During your draw phase, discard cards in the graveyard instead of conducting normal draw. Banish, then target a Galaxy Xyz in your graveyard and special summon the target with no materials. At first glance, you might think this is a pretty good card to have, because let's say for example Tachyon Dragon gets destroyed by battle or by a card effect, then you can activate this card. However, the key point is destroyed. If your opponent banishes your Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon or sends it to the graveyard, this trap card is pretty much useless in that sense. And unless you manage to mill this card into the graveyard or your opponent destroys this card and your Galaxy Ice is also destroyed, then pretty much that's the only time you can activate this card. So although it has a pretty good effect, the effect itself is quite restrictive, and that is exactly why I do not put this card inside my deck. Other cards that I would rather put is like Void Trap Hole, because in most scenarios, extra deck monsters or main deck monsters like Blue Eyes, Red Eyes Fusion monsters, Synchro monsters, Xyz monsters, heck, even Kaijus, they all exceed 2k attack points. Henceforth, you can negate and pop that monster just like that. On a side note, although I do manage to pop that monster, I still have the problem with Schwarzschild Dragon and also Galactic Spiral Dragon. Nebula requires a level 8 in your hand to special summon itself and that monster, and has a good graveyard effect of recycling a level 4 monster back into your hand by banishing itself. Spiral Dragon on the other hand has a great special summoning effect, and not aside from special summoning from either your hand or your graveyard, you can turn all other monsters on the field to level 8, meaning you can directly go into a rank 8 monster during that turn. You want to go into Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon, Galaxy Ice Cypher Dragon, or if you have more than 3 other monsters, you have 3 monsters all level 8, you can even go into that Galaxy monster. Where is it? Oh, I don't think it's here. Let me see it one more time. You can go into either Galaxy Ice Full Armor Dragon if you want to as well. That's pretty okay. But although in comparison with effects of Galaxy Ice Cypher Blade Dragon, Cypher Blades destroys anything that you want. However, for Galaxy Ice Full Armor Photon Dragon, you only pop face-up monsters only, and also take control of your opponent's equipped cards. So that's the only restriction and reason why I do not put Full Armor Photon Dragon inside my deck. I am tempted to put in Galaxy Soldier. On the other hand, I need my deck to be full on Dragon for most of the effects to go off. As you can see, nah, it does not mention. Yeah. So essentially, with that being the case, most of the time, if I do not manage to bring out any other Dragon type monsters, for example, because I need Galactic Spiral Dragon to have Dragon type monsters on the field, in order to go on a full Dragon kind of expedition kind of deck overall, this is the only option I have actually. Let's see what rewards I can claim this time. Right, 3 legendary duelists, 3 standard duelists, and 15 duels. Okay, that's easy. Oh, wait. I didn't want to use up all my keys just yet, because I want to actually practice a few more times. So level 20 is actually one of the few basic level of to see if your deck can actually perform or even operate properly in that term. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it's 4 o'clock already. Okay.
How interesting. Duel! It's my turn. Appear! I summon, I activate my monster's effect. Appear! I special summon up, I end my turn. I draw. Fly in! Assault! I set, let's slice and dice! Assault Wyvern! I use Assault Wyvern's effect. Join me! It's my turn. Make your move. I draw. I'll set a card. Join me. I summon a monster.
See, this is why Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon is a good card to have in many of your decks if you have a lot of level 4 monsters. You can drain your opponent's attack points just like that. And boom, look, 4k on the dot. Although I could have spell summoned Schwarzschild Dragon just now, I'm just gonna keep it because just in case I draw into a Nebula Dragon. That is why I'm keeping Schwarzschild Dragon inside my hand. There we go, look at that. It's almost like clockwork.
I activate Nebula Dragon's effect from my hand. Come forth. Appear. behemoth with the ability to bend time to arise.
I can never get sick of that animation. That animation is just so clean. Rank up magic. Variant Force. Let's go.
I will show you the true power of the Baryons. I activate Rank Up Magic Baryons Force. Come forth, Chaos number 107. Face the multiverse and ignite new life.
To be honest, I was hoping for cards like these to have their own like summoning animations. I mean, Sharks along with Yuma's Chaos numbers, they have their own summoning animations overall. But I do feel that if the Barons, at least they have their... I mean, look at this, it's all golden. It's so beautiful.
You dare enter Neo-Tech.
Okay. So that's exactly how I planned for my deck to run. Although there are certain conditions that I do not have any negates. So let's review the deck one more time. So this, once I manage to get in, let's put this in this scenario. Let's do, no, I want to go to the deck setting. Where's the option to draw cards again? Try sample draw. Alright, 1, 2, 3. So let's say I activate Trade-in's effect. Let's see the other two cards I have in my hand. Alright, so that's actually kind of like, that's kind of dangerous to play. So let's say I'll just set my Gateway Dragon on the field and set my, along with my Mystical Space Typhoon and Void Trap Hole on the field as well. So even if it does get destroyed, I have Nebula Dragon to recycle into my hand. Then what's the next card? Wall Disruption. Okay. I'll just normal summon Gateway Dragon. Set Wall Disruption. Proceed with the battle phase. Do some proper amount of damage, I guess. Or wait until next turn, see whatever goes on later on. Sword Shadow Dragon. Only then I can use my Nebula inside my hand to activate the effect. Okay. Sample draw number 2. Galaxy Spiral Dragon, as well as my Evil Swarms of Heart. So let's see, draw another card. So let's see if I trade in, get rid of Galactic Spiral Dragon, draw 2 cards. I'll have one Zahak and another Nebula Dragon in hand. So assuming that I normal summon my Evil Swarms of Hawk onto the field, and so as set 2 cards face down, I will still lose during that matchup as well. So if I manage to survive until that following turn, then only then I can use these 2 effects to go off with each other. But aside from that, I do feel that the deck itself is kind of unstable in terms of that overall. This deck still needs a bit more tuning, to be honest. Should I go for something that actually does provide some protection? Like Ice Dragon Prison, target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, special to summon to your field. Negate the effect, but banish 1 monster from both players' field that have the same type as each other. So if you do not have this, then you do not have to fulfill this requirement. Then you can only activate this card once per turn. That is also, it's not limited to Void Trap Hole, so that's the good news. Crackdown is a good card to have. Compulsory Evacuation Device, Magic Cylinder, Mirror Force. I mean, there's a plethora of different cards I can try out in my entire repertoire, but I don't think we actually have the time and proper situation, because we need to apply as much generic kind of assumptions as well as simulations to proper designate what cards are perfect for the deck. I honestly do not like the new OBS update thus far because every time I want to add like an image or something, the image pretty much doesn't appear as much as how I want it to appear anyways. But thankfully I like to express my thanks for all of you who are subscribed to the channel. 340 subscribers. Although it's not much, but yeah, 300 people actually watched my stuff. Huh. I never thought even 10 people watch any of the stuff I put out, given how crap or how shitty I am. And that's not being monetized, I can swear as well, but I'm not gonna do that because it's Lunar New Year, achieving Zen, and pretty much at peace. So Lunar New Year has been pretty much fun overall. Different foods, different houses, and seeing some family relatives and trying out different. And also, did I mention food? I hope I did, because food is heaven. And those of you who do actually have friends who are celebrating Lunar New Year, I hope you guys did manage to go to their houses, because you get to experience the full-on Asian hospitality. Because yeah, they have to accept you in. Oh, look at that! This is Bonds Beyond Time kind of animation style. Yeah, because Dark Side of Dimension animation style. Sorry. Because you look at the eyes, that's one thing I feel that is quite familiar in terms of that animation. Although Kaiba, they're using the old version of the younger version of Kaiba, it's fine as well. Let's see, tickets, 99 tickets, y'all. Look at that. Most of them are tickets that I don't actually care about, like the Rush Duel ones, because the Rush Duel tickets are only limited to one card and one card only. Two cards, sorry. Jet Barracuda, as well as Beast Gear Gyro Jackal. So let's just get one copy of each, just to just to say I actually have a copy of all the cards. So aside from that, the SR cards on the other hand, sadly I actually do have all copies of the cards. Cards that are here, some of them I do not play, such as Anteater Eating Ant. Don't get me wrong, cannot be normal summon set, cannot be special summon except by sending 2 spell or trap cards you control to the graveyard, destroy 1 spell or trap your opponent controls, activate this effect, can attack during this turn. So you basically have a 2k 5 beta that requires a lot of setup to bring onto the field. Would I say this card is good? Not really. But aside from that, let's see, Archfiend's Ascent is pretty decent to a certain extent as well, if you're planning to play a full-on deck that surrounds the Summon Skull archetype. Aside from that, Archfiend Matador is decent, 0 attack, 0 defense, that is with reason. This card cannot be destroyed. If this card is not destroyed as a result of battle and any battle damage to the controller of this card becomes 0. Monster that battles this card is destroyed at the end of the damage step. So essentially, you do not take any battle damage, and this card is not destroyed as a result of battle damage. And this card cannot attack. So essentially, you have a 0 attack wall. Unless your opponent has Dark Ruler no more, this card stays on the field for quite a long time. And you cannot attack with it. So that's one of the few drawbacks of having Archfiend Matador. But it is an Archfiend card for you to play, so do what you want with that. Attribute Chameleon. Declare attribute, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. This card's on the field, that monster becomes that attribute until the end of the turn. So if that monster is removed from the field, whether by card effect or by battle, you pretty much have something that blocks up one of your spaces for Attribute Chameleon, which is Attribute Chameleon overall, which I do not recommend. Attribute Gravity, all monsters that can attack must attack monsters with the same attribute if any. If there are not any, then yeah, you're pretty much fine. Aside from that, Attribute Mastery, a lot of attribute related kind of spell and traps here as well. Like for example, Banishment of Light, or any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So with that being in note, if you are playing something like Metaphys, this card may be useful to that extent. Maybe. Just maybe. 2k defense is pretty decent after all. Aside from that, Black Brachios. Change battle position, nothing much. And also, Cat World. Cat Girl or Stray Cat gain attack equal to its original attack. What? So essentially Cat Girl gains... Oh, it becomes 2400 attack points. Okay, that's decent. I guess. It's a field spell as well. Oh! Look at that. Cat Girl Magician. Does this apply to Cat Girl Magician as well? No, I don't think so. It only goes to Stray Cat or Cat Girl only. So Cat Girl Magician is pretty much, even though it has the name Cat Girl in it, I don't think it gains that effect as well. Catapult Warrior. Once per turn, tribute a junk monster, inflict battle damage to your opponent equal to half the original attack of a tributed monster. Oh my god. Half only? 1500 defense. Okay. Now I understand why I only have one copy of the card. I don't get more than that. Aside from that, Contaminated Earth, Earthbound Immortal support card, Creature Seizure, choose a normal face-up monster. Okay, so if I go out with Blue Eyes, this might work. If it's an only Blue Eyes on the field. Aside from that, Archfiends, yeah, Ice Barrier Princess, Dark Arena. This is a pretty half good but half bad kind of card. Okay, I think I'm just gonna be honest, it's a pretty bad card. I'm not gonna, even though I enjoy being the one to decide what monsters my opponents might attack, but giving the option to my opponent, who might have a lower attack monster on the field, and I have to attack the one with the big, lot higher attack points on, not so good. Let's see what else. Destroy by battle, send to graveyard, 500 burn damage. Each time normal or quick play resolve, 200 attack gain and until end of turn. Why? I mean, this is good for spell counter for those you who are playing spell counters. I don't get me wrong, but 200 attack points only until end of turn. Tiger King of Ice Barrier. Return a number of face-up cards your opponent controls to the owner's hand that you control to the owner's hand. This card gains 500 for each attack return. But why? This is basically Yosenju, but I'm basically messing up my own board. Especially if I have a trap card. Oh my goodness. Let's see, Jin Curse Chanter of Ritual, so most probably graveyard ritual material sub, I guess. While the ritual summon monster face on field, synchro monsters effects are negated. So this was the anti-synchro kind of support, I guess. But now since we have synchro, fusion, XCs, pendulums, links, yeah, this card is pretty much redundant. Aside from having 1700 attack points, that's pretty decent. Jin Presider Rituals, controller of the ritual destroys a monster by battle, you draw 1 card. That's good. That's better at least. Cannot be targeted by card effects of other players. That's even better. So overall, if you're planning to play a ritual deck, these 2 cards seem to fit the bill of proper cards to have. Dodger Dragon is decent. No counter traps activation. Dog King. 500 attack points for each beast type you control. Add a Tri-Bulldog from the deck if this card is sent to the graveyard. Aside from that, we have Double Dog. Control beast type monster, special summon 1 Tri-Bulldog from your deck or graveyard. But how do you obtain Tri-Bulldog though? Because Tri-Bulldog doesn't seem to be here. It must be a UR card or a rank up card that you get by participating in ranked duels. Earth Effigy. Pretty much nothing that I want or need from this entire set, to be honest. I mean, Gemini Pearl is a good one to have. 2600 plus 2 level 4 monsters. I mean, that's pretty decent. Guard Ghost. 1800 attack, 100 defense. Discard spell summon from graveyard. Target when place some monster with 100 controls. 100 controls shall be surrounded by battle card effect and face the card banish this turn, add this card to your hand. Oh yeah, this card is pretty good. Especially even if it's not specifically a zombie deck, this card is actually quite good to have. So yeah, I'm gonna get this into my deck. Not to mention, if you combo this with Gozuki, then you get to add this card to your hand thanks to Gozuki's effect of banishing itself and another card to special summon a zombie monster from your hand. Okay, we have 2 skills, 1 SU, 1 UR, 1 SR. Oh, this one's good, Quarter Century rewards. Book of Moon, compulsory evac, Superstar, Abyss Dweller, Abyss Soldier, full turn, advanced ritual art. This card is good if you're playing any Blackluster Soldier kind of deck. Alistair the Invoker. Now that I think about it, invoked decks are pretty much rare these days. I don't actually see many players using it. Ancient Gear Howitzer, this is a good card to have if you're playing Ancient Gear as well. Ancient's Pixie Dragon, Angel of Zera, Arcana Knight Joker. It's basically the same artwork, just that they zoom out and add the yellow stripes all over. See, it's pretty much the same artwork, just that they add in the yellow marks all over the body. They talk about laziness to the max. Okay, Arcana Triumph Joker. What? Isn't? Oh yeah, Queen's Knight. Okay. Other than that, yeah, pretty much nothing that I want from here. I already have 1 copy. So far, I have not been applying its full use to the deck yet. Not gonna play this card because requires a deal with Dark Ruler, and I don't want to play this kind of card because it's basically like Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon or Metal Zoa kind of playstyle. So I don't want to play this. I don't want to have a dead card in my hand. But the Blackluster Archetype does seem very enticing if you're asking me. Blue Eyes as well. Although Solid Dragon is pretty much not used nowadays, it's a pretty good card. Spirit Dragon is a great negate. Blue Eyes Twin Burst as well. Multiple attacks. And can be destroyed by battle as well. So a good stall for you to have. Book of Taiyo is great for zombie deck. Is a flip 1 face down monster on the field to face up, so that's one of the good things to have. So one is flip up and this is flip face down. Borolo Dragon, I have 2 copies already. Bottomless Trap Hole. Yeah, I want to have this. Oh, I'm so tempted, but I don't think I'll be using my ticket with it for this really early yet. Breakthrough skill as well. Breakthrough skill is pretty good. Target effect monster your opponent controls. That face-up monster has its effects negated until the end of the turn. During your turn, except the turn this card is sent to the graveyard, banish, target effect monster, negate again. So it's a double negate on 2 different turns. This is good to have. Oh my goodness. It's so good. These 2 cards are so good. And another is Brown Knight Dragon of the Ice Barrier. So discard any number of cards to the graveyard, target the same number of cards your opponent controls, return those cards to the hand. So the problem is that although it's a pretty good effect, I do not want to discard my entire hand. So yeah, we have to see about that. Although that would mean I'm not playing the deck properly. Chaos the Shadow Monarch, Chaos the Mega Monarch. Chaos Dragon Lavinier. I still want to put this inside my current Galaxy X Tachyon deck, but still, at the same time, I do not want to cause a clog, especially not being able to summon this card if I do not meet the prerequisite requirements. Chaos Sorcerer is great as well. So for the Chaos Archetype, these 2 along with Chaos Blackluster Soldier are great to have. Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon is great if you're a Cyber Dragon player like me. Although I think playing 3 copies will be a bit overkill, but aside from that, yeah, it should be fine. Oh my gosh, there's so many good offers over here that I want to. Oh, I want them. Oh my gosh, Synchro, Xyz, and Link. Okay. Synchro. Possible. But you still need to use Polymerization. So unless you build up your graveyard pretty well, this card is a pretty good one to have. But if you're unable to build up your graveyard, this card is pretty much bad. 3000 attack, 300 defense. Activate its effect. Apply each of the effects once. Add a spell trap from deck. Destroy 3 cards your opponent controls. This turn gain half attack difference between your life points and your opponents. So meaning if you are at the edge and your life points are so low than your opponents, this card is a great one to have. It's like the reverse version of the level 8 Parshaft monster if you think about it. Although it has a higher requirements of a Synchro, an Xyz, and a Link monster. But if you were to play something like Cyber Dogs, for example, sending milling cards from the graveyard from the extra deck to the graveyard, this could be useful. This could be useful. Although, do you actually want to? That is the main key problem about this card as a whole. Next up we have Crimson Blader. Crusadia is a great card to play, a great archetype to play as well as Crystal Keeper, Crystron Sulfinier. Overall, a lot of good cards that you can play throughout this entire thing. The only problem is that which do you want to build first? DDR is a great card as well. Discard a card, target one of your banished monsters, spell summon it in face-up attack position. When this card leaves the field, destroy the equipped monster. So for example, if you have like maybe, I don't know, if you use the Chaos Archetype and Blackluster Soldier to banish one of your monsters, and that monster is a pretty good one, activate DDR, bring it back on the field. Basically Return of Dragon Lords as a whole, but it's a spell card. An equipped spell card. But yeah. Dante Burning Abyss. Oh, I'm so tempted to get some of these cards, but nah, I think I'll restrict myself this time. Okay, as an ending to the entire thing, I guess I can say that for Lunar New Year, it is a great year of prosperity, health, and fortune for everyone this upcoming year. The only thing in the downside is that the bad news is also known as a widow's year, meaning that if you, meaning that some people might become widows this year, whether it's the loss of a loved one or maybe something else, I do not know. But most of the time, I just disregard these kind of bad omens and just go in with the good vibes, if you know what I mean. So yeah, overall that's pretty much it. I need to go soon. So yeah, happy Lunar New Year everyone, and I hope you guys are having fun with the KC Cup, testing out different decks. For me, ranking isn't quite important to me because I do not care about rankings overall, if you can see. Basically, for my KC Cup, I basically won, I basically lost. Overall, there has been quite a lot of wins and losses in my entire record as a whole. So take this as a good learning experience for you to consider when you build your own deck. Yes, sometimes your deck does operate well inside normal versus normal event duels or whatsoever, those kind of things. But please take in consideration as well as the fact that your opponents themselves may even have better combos overall better than yours. So that is why certain cards negates, trap floodgates, as well as disruption is important when you are building a deck. Like for example, my deck is as simple as it can be. I bring out high level monsters, I bring out low level monsters, then I depend on my extra deck to do the rest of the job. I have negate everything on the field, I have pop, take control of something on my opponent's side of the field, special summoning, attack gain, pop something, as well as manipulating the top card of my deck for the next turn. Aside from that, spell and traps, I have draw power, I have spell and trap disruption, as well including this one, destruction, negation, and also power attack power manipulation as well. Overall, there is a lot of things to consider when you are building a deck. I'm not gonna deny that. Although it is still up to you. It is your deck. It is how you want to play it. Whether you want to make it a full-on high-level deck that has no lower level monsters, and it can be special summoned according to certain other requirements, go for it if you want to do it yourself. That's because in the end, you are the one playing the deck, and you are the one who enjoys playing it, and I have no say about that. So anyways, that's it for the stream today, and me letting you know bits and pieces of Lunar New Year lore. I hope you guys managed to obtain some good red packets if you managed to visit any of your Chinese friends or relatives thus far, as well as enjoying the different types of foods during the open houses, as well as different dinner parties altogether. So with that, I'm just gonna end the stream and say goodbye. So goodbye and have a great day. Yeah, bye now. Bye. Bye. Stream is ending. Come on. I do not have an end screen. Sorry about that. So I guess I'm just gonna do this. Then let me see studio mode and go to turn on game capture. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna do. I don't have an end screen. I do not have proper streaming experience. So yeah, goodbye. Shoo, shoo. I'll see you next